I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous. I'm knee-deep in this journey with God right now. It's a new one for me, and typically I don't get to perform in churches. They say that the brand of what I do doesn't necessarily fit with what they're trying to do, so I figure that now that I have this moment, it's only right that I share my truth that he gave me the way that I have it, so forgive me if you don't relate. Truth is, I just really want to be a better man, want to grow, want to get rid of some of this anger, some of this pain, some of this frustration, some of this hatred, but truth is, even if I hated you, I wouldn't give you these shoes to walk in. I don't fear death, but I'm kind of scared of success. Not because I'm afraid the fame is going to change me, but I'm afraid that the bitter women who used to sin with me but didn't win with me may start talking, and honestly, I don't want to face it. So I'm trying to leave all that stuff where it started, which is in the basement, but they're too busy trying to bring it to the front door of my apartment, and it's all because I made something whole out of something that was supposed to be broken and ain't a part of it. Sometimes I feel like a beautiful tragedy, trapped inside a brilliant mind with absolutely no walls to contain me. I roam while standing still and breathe without inhaling. I speak best when silent. I find peace in violence. I am scared of everything but fear absolutely nothing and no one at all. I stand tallest when broken down. I'm a loner with 100 best friends. All of them name adversity. I used to often pray to a God that I didn't fully believe in, have yet to atone for my sins, but then again, why do I need to when I seem to be the epitome of innocence compared to most of them? I'm a man who frowns with the devil's grin, an angel, full of sin, too impatient to learn how to fly, so I pluck the feathers of my own wings and place them inside my pillowcase in hopes that one day I know what it feels like to sleep heavenly at night. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of darkness and light. None of this is gonna make sense. I'm still just trying to make sense of it all. See, no one told me having a gift came with so much responsibility and consequence. Sometimes I feel trapped within my freedom. Like reality's illusion, can't decipher whether it's God or my conscience talking. They both tend to blend together to create a mute sound called confusion. I find sanctuary within the autistic minds of the children I used to teach from 9 to 5. The uneducated call them crazy, I call them free. This artistic mind of mine won't take time to heal, but it will stop for nothing. I tend to digress or I try to progress. I know this sounds contradictory and none of this makes sense, but life is full of contradictions, so how can this not make sense, especially when I know who the real author is? But the more I'm getting to know God, the more I feel like I don't know much. But I do know what love is. I know that God exists inside of me, but I still know emptiness. I know what it feels like to be trapped. I know what it means to truly be free. I know that some of the world's most beautiful songs are ones that have never been sung. I know what it's like to stand on the edge of a cliff with fully functional wings, but clip confident, scared that the impact of crashing into the glass ceiling will somehow hurt more than falling to the floor. Lord knows I need to jump. I know that we as men will blatantly lie to a woman's face just to protect their feelings, and I know that men ain't the only ones who could be scandalous. I know that God believes in far more than second chances. I've been to church with the devil sitting on my shoulders, and I swear to God, sorry God, I swear it was so hard to stand up when they prayed. All I'm trying to say is I know pressure. I know the weight of the world rests on my tongue. Yo, maybe that's why I'm so misunderstood. I know I've learned from some of my mistakes, and I know I have plenty more to make. I don't know much, but I do know that I've lived long enough to know that I don't know anything. I know they don't like my skin. I know what it's like to experience hate only to pray and forgive and experience it again the very next day. I know you better keep your hands on that steering wheel until he asks for your ID. And I know if he lets you go, you better thank God that you make it to see the next block, but I'm not dumb. I know I can still get shot by a cop around the corner. I know my skin isn't popular, but my culture is. I know I fear the day I have to explain racism to my kids after they've experienced it. I know cops who patrol black neighborhoods should receive a welcome packet that consists of a spindle of CDs, a packet of Skittles, a pack of cigarettes, and a jar of black boy innocence. And I know that with this gift God gave me, people will constantly judge me for my views, but I'm trying to get right with God, but I'm so conflicted. I keep smoking weed while trying to listen to scripture or listen to TD Jakes on YouTube, and I know some of y'all Christians are gonna judge me for that line too. I just ask that you forgive me for my honesty. You know, the same way you ask God to forgive you for your lies. I know that somewhere in America, there is a mother reading a raisin and a son, trying to distract her from the struggle she's facing, trying to raise a son who can't seem to raise his grades but knows how to raise a gun. I know she prays in between pages that he stays safe while she works late, and I know before she goes off to work, she'll go in the kitchen, make him a hot plate, leave it on the stove, even though she knows she should be getting some sleep that's long overdue and much needed. And I know when he gets home, he won't eat it. He's too full of sin to have a taste of heaven right now. So he'll leave it right there on the stove because he knows when she gets off work, she's gonna be hungry, and off that gesture alone, she will know there is still hope for him. I know it's hard raising a young black man in an old white world. I know God is the reason why I'm still alive. I know I don't wanna die. I know I don't know much, but I do know that I've lived long enough to know that I don't know anything. Like why my wife is still with me. Love you too, baby. I spend so much time having these conversations with God, these arguments. She never hears them, but these arguments about why I have her. And I'm learning through this journey that God has a way of speaking to you through other people. So lately, a lot of her exes have been coming out the woodworks.